Okay, welcome to Inspiration 44 for December 29th, 2012. When was the last time that you looked at something and you were amazed? That's a good question, right? Well, I'll just say no, I just thought of it. But anyway, no, seriously, when was the last time you looked at something and you were totally amazed? You know, this morning, actually all day, it's been snowing here in Tennessee. And you know, I'm looking out the window, I'm like, oh my gosh, look how cool is that? It's really cool that it's snowing. And then I went outdoors and I was standing there and the snowflakes were falling on me, and it was just really cool, you know? And then I was talking to my husband and my in-laws and just about how cool seeing the snow is. And none of them are like as excited as I am. Of course, they're primarily from Montana, so that should tell you something right there, right? Because they have been in the snow their whole life, and we're talking major snow, probably not like what it's doing here where I'm at, which is basically dusting. It's actually melting the ground. It's not even enough to actually stay on the ground today, at least where I'm at. But, you know what, it got me thinking about it. You know, should I lose my enthusiasm for something cool, like looking at snow? Or should we all try to look at something new every day through new eyes? And I really think that that's the thing, you know? It's not every day I get to see snow. You know, and you know, what makes a great teacher? You want to know what makes a great teacher? Here's what makes a great teacher. What makes a great teacher is being able to share a principle or something that they know very, very well with somebody new and getting that new person excited about it. I think about my favorite teacher of all time. Her name is Susie. She was my 10th grade teacher, and I'm still in contact with her. We still send Christmas cards and email and Facebook. And, you know, I'm in my 40s, so I've known this woman literally since my teens, you know, well over 30 years. And what makes her such a great teacher is that she was able to take a boring subject, to me, and make me interested in it enough to actually care about the subject. But even more so, she's the type of person that makes you feel like $1,000,000. She knows how. She's genuinely interested in who you are. She remembers minute details that you tell her. And she doesn't like write it down. She doesn't even write it down. For example, one thing she did when I was in high school, I gave her a poem. I didn't write the poem. Somebody wrote it, but I copied it and gave her a copy of it. And I didn't find out until probably, I don't know, 10 or 12 years after I graduated from high school, that she had actually placed that poem on her refrigerator and kept it there all those years, you know. And so I had this little influence in her life because of the poem that I gave her. And yet she had a big, big influence in my life because, not so much because of the subject she taught, because I wasn't really crazy about it, but because of her passion for it and her passion to care about kids who needed somebody to care about them. So my thought today is, as you look at something new that excites you and somebody around you is like, who cares? Big deal, you know. Think about how you would teach the excitement about whatever it is you're looking at. Like for me, for example, today I'm seeing snow. You know, and it's not like I've never seen snow. Of course I've seen snow. I've been in snow a couple times when I was in California, up in the mountains. I actually learned how to ski. And, you know, I grew up, when I was a little kid, there was tons of snow. I mean, where we were able to snowmobile and things like that. But as an adult, by and large, and, you know, most of my life, really, I haven't been around snow. And so the thing is, the snow is cool to me because it looks cool, and you know, you see these things on TV falling, But having been in it, it's cool. You know, I went out and bought myself a scarf so I can actually go take my dog for a walk in the snow later and not freeze my face off. Because it's cold, obviously, because it's snowing. But if I were somebody who saw snow all the time, what would I want to teach somebody about it? Well, I would get online and I'd learn how does snow form and what does it take to become snow when the rain or the water becomes, what does it take for it to turn into a snowflake, and how many snowflakes does it take to cover a lawn or a cover of a car, or even like to cover, how many snowflakes does it take to make a snowball? I'm sure somebody has done the research. Somebody has had to do it. So there have been a number of people who've researched snowflakes enough to know that they're all very unique. And you ever wonder that? You ever wonder why God makes every little snowflake completely unique? Isn't that weird? He would take the time to make a snowflake so unique, even though nobody really is going to see it for the most part. Everybody, it's going to either melt or, it has to be a very select snowflake for it to even be examined in order to figure that out. You know what I mean? So, just lots to think about. So, what would you do if you were teaching a subject that you were extremely passionate about to somebody who wasn't really interested? How would you make it exciting to them? So that's why, it's like, okay, if you grew up in Montana, you're not excited about snow, but you might have some stories you could share about snow that would add to the excitement of somebody who's just seeing it for the first time. Or you might not. You never know. Anyway, that's my thoughts for today, for what those are worth, huh? And as always, you can follow me at Inspiration44 on Twitter, at the number 44 Inspiration. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. And have a good night. And if you're where there's snow, go make a snowman if you can.